Mayong adlaw sa tanan. Now, let's continue with the superposition theorem. Let's have this example number 1. Find I/O in a circuit. So let's have to observe the circuit, that the circuit has 3 independent sources. We have 2 current sources and 1 independent voltage source. Now, how to apply the superposition theorem to solve for the unknown? First, we are going to apply one source or use one source at a time and set all other sources to 0. So let's have to select among these 3 sources to be used in step 1. So let's have step 1. So assuming that we are going to use 20 volts as source and set all other sources to 0. And then let's draw the equivalent circuit. Okay, by the way, how are we going to set the current source to 0? We're going to disconnect the current source and leave the terminals opened. Or we're simply replacing the current source by an open circuit. So this is now its equivalent circuit. So we have the 3 amperes is removed. And we have here to consider the resistor across the 3 amperes. And this is now the 4 amperes and the source. 20 volts. This is 4 ohms, 3 ohms, and the 5 ohms, and the 3 ohms resistor. This is the unknown, the I/O, and we let that the I/O, its direction is the same with the direction given in the problem. And I/O here, the current I/O prime as the current in the 4 ohm resistor when the 20 volt source is acting independently. As you observe in the circuit, of course, when it's open circuited here, the resistor here, the resistance value is infinite value. So we can disregard it, no, since there's no current flowing into it, no. So the current cannot flow at the open circuited terminal, so it can be neglected. So we can redraw the circuit as like this. Why we neglected the open circuit? The 2 open circuited terminals, because there is no current flowing into it. So it looks like then a simple series circuit. Okay. Now, since there is only one source in a circuit, so what method are we going to use to solve for the unknown? Simply, we are going to use the series parallel strategy, the one that we discussed in the previous lessons. Okay, again, when there is only one source, so we will use the series parallel strategy. Or if we have here only the series circuit, so we will use the series circuit principle. Okay, and then since it's series, then we can apply the KVL here around the loop. So say the current here is I/O. So let's start with 120. Let's start with 20 volts. So we have 20 minus the sum of the resistance here. So we have 8 plus 4, that's 12. I/O equals 0. So transposing the 20 to the left side, to the right side, becomes 20. So IO then is equal to 20 over negative 12, or that is equal to negative 1.667 amperes. This is IO prime. Okay, this is the value of the current in the 4 ohm resistor when the source is only 20 volts. Okay, you notice here that the value is a negative value. Look at here, it's a negative value. It's correct that it would be negative because there is only one source 20 volts here. Supposedly, its direction is to the left because the current will come out from the positive side of the source. So let's continue with the step 2. Okay, in step 2, we choose 5 amperes as a source. Okay, and then we let all the sources to 0. So we have to draw the equivalent circuit when we use the 5 amperes as our source. Okay, and to set the 3 amperes to 0, so we'll replace it with an open circuit. And then we have here the 5 ohms across the open circuit, and then the 4 ohms, and the voltage source will be replaced by a short circuit. Recall that the voltage across a short circuit is 0, and the current through the open circuit is 0. Again, to set the current source to 0, we just replace it by an open circuit, while the voltage source to 0, we just replace it by a short circuit. And then we will label this current as IO double prime as the current produced by the 5 ampere source when it is acting independently. And then we will draw the equivalent circuit. Okay, you look at here, since it's open circuit, so the current IO, that's also the current that is flowing in the 5 ohm resistor, meaning the 5 and the 4 are now connected in series. So we will simplify the circuit as like this so that it will give a hint to us what will we do with the circuit, or how are we going to solve for the unknown. So this is IO double prime, and we call this as RA. And RA is just a series combination of 4 and 5 since they are connected in series. So the current that flows through it is still IO double prime. And this is now the 3 ohm resistor and the 5 ampere source. So since there are 2 branches connected across the 5 ampere source, so then we can use the CDM. Use CDM to solve IO double prime. Remember that there is only one source connected to the circuit now. It's just a simple parallel circuit. Then we can use the CDM. So IO double prime is equal to, recall the current division method. So when we are solving for the current through RA, so the numerator will be the resistance of the opposite branch, which is 3, divided by the sum of the resistances of the 2 branches, 3 plus, how much is this RA? That's equal to 9 ohms. So you have 9 ohms times the input current, the current that flows through here is 5 amperes. So if you will compute it, that's equal to 1.25 amperes. Okay, then let's have step 3. Step 3, we're going to use one left source, which is 3 amperes as source. Okay, and then other sources will be set to 0. So we'll open the 5 ampere. Then we have here the 3 ohms and the 3 ampere source and its resistor across across 3 amperes, which is 5 ohms. And we have the 4 ohms, and the source voltage will be replaced by a short circuit. And still, we assume that the current IO here is the same direction as the direction given in the circuit. So we'll call this as IO triple prime. This current is the current when the 3 amperes is acting independently from the other sources. Okay, so let's investigate. So as you notice that this is open circuit, since there is no current flowing into it, so we can neglect this branch, okay, since there is no current. So we can simplify then. So therefore, the 3 ohms and the 4 ohms now are connected in series. So this is now the equivalent circuit. So we'll just have to drag the parallel combination of 3 amperes and 5 ohms. We will draw this vertically. So we have here, this is the 3 amperes. And this is its parallel resistor. And then you look at here next, this point. So what is connected at this point? It's the 4 ohms. And the 4 ohms, if we will trace, the end of the 4 ohms now is connected to the 3 ohm resistor. And the end of the 3 ohm resistor is connected to this point, to the parallel combination of 5 ohms and 3 ampere. Okay. So now, this is our IO triple prime. Now, it's very clear that the 4 and 3 ohms are in series, so we can call this as RB. And then, since 5 and 3 amperes are connected in parallel, so we can exchange their position. There's no changes that will happen because they are connected in parallel. So we can write first the 3 amperes. Then after that, we have the 5 ohms. And we have the RB. In RB, the current flows here is IO triple prime. So solve the IO triple prime by using CDM. So that's 5 over 5 plus RB. And RB is equal to 7 ohms. Plus 7 times the current that enters at this node, which is 3 amperes. So if you will compute, that's equal to 1.25 amperes. Okay, now, the last step, step 4, is that we're going to compute what is the total value of IO. What is the total value or the actual value of IO when the 3 sources are connected to the circuit? So what we will do here is we have to just add them algebraically, and we will observe the direction of IO when the source is acting independently. So let's have here at step 1. So when 20 volts is acting independently, so the current IO here is to the right, which is the same direction as the IO in the given circuit. Okay, likewise, in the step 2, when the source is 5 amperes, we also let IO double prime the same direction as IO, as well as in the 3 ampere source circuit, the IO triple prime is also directed to the right. So meaning, the I.O. here, the total I.O. of the circuit when the three sources are connected to it is just equal to the sum of the three currents. It's the algebraic sum, meaning we are going to consider the sign. Now, if you will substitute, the value of I.O. prime is negative. So we have here negative 1.667 plus 1.25 plus 1.25. If you will compute, then that will be the current of the 4 amperes, the current through the 4 amperes when the three sources are acting together or are connected in the circuit.